Adin Ross, popular streamer known for, well, his come up was started when he ended up playing NBA 2K with LeBron James' son. And then he ended up, continuing to get stars or influencers on his stream. And, he kind of just skyrocketed and blew up. That was kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that. Humble beginnings, I would say. Because it was just kind of by accident that he ended up on the same team as LeBron James' son while playing NBA 2K. Oh, excuse me. But it seems that a lot of influencers, when they get up in fame or, when they get noticed, when they start making money, it seems like a lot of them start to thank their fans by scamming them. Like there was a lot of the crypto coin scams by influencers. There's been a lot of other type of scams by influencers. Basically the person who gains fame, popularity, and they tend to just stop caring about their fans. They tend to not care about anything about their fans. They only see their fans as like a piggy bank. But that's what I want to talk. That's what we're going to react to today. Because apparently, Adin Ross
doesn't care about black people.
Doesn't care about his audience, aka his fans. And the video we're gonna react to is by Ohmeezy. So be sure, as always, links to Ohmeezy's channel and the video will both be in the description below. Be sure to check it out. Let's get it.
Now I'm sitting in my home making an Adin Ross video that was supposed to be out before this whole Hurricane Milton situation happened, and prayers to those down in Florida. And the video was completed and there needed to be just a few more changes, and then this came across my timeline.
If you get serious 75K and to go in to stream it for how long is the hurricane? Like 1 or 2?
What's up? Adin Ross is paying people 70K to go to Florida and try to survive the hurricane. And the thing about it is that a lot of people will do anything for money. And so they will damn well put their life on the line for 70K. Like, is that how much you value your own life? That's funny, because in my opinion, my life can't be measured by money. You know what I'm saying? My life be like, ooh, ah, ooh. Anyway, but like my life can't be measured by value with money. Like, but apparently other people think very little of their own life.
75K and to go in to stream it for how long is the hurricane? Like 1 or 2 days? I'll give you 30 racks.
We're doing this to entertain the people, you feel what I mean?
Wait. Real quick, I heard that this challenge were only for 2 specific people and not for Adin Ross's, entire community or viewers or anything like that. So this guy right here, apparently I don't know the whole story, but if Adin Ross was only meant that challenge for, 2 people, who definitely said no, fuck that, because they actually value their life. This guy decided to do it and thought he was going to get paid. I remember the story. He thought he was going to get paid 70K for surviving the storm, but Adin said, I'm not paying you, bro. Get out. Go get to safety.
In the hurricane, gift all my subs to my mom. It's my mom's birthday coming up in 2 weeks. Adin Ross, if I do this, give this 70K to my mom if I do it for real.
We'll be right back.
Ross just commented and he said he's not paying me. What?
Yeah, evacuate, bro. The 70K was intended to Sweater God and Sambot, not you. See what I'm saying? You need to evacuate, bro. The 70K was intended for Sweater God and Swambot, not you. You need to evacuate. This is what I'm saying. So I don't know if Adin Ross made that clear in the beginning, when he made that announcement for the challenge, or if this guy just didn't get the notification.
The What? There's no. I'm out here risking my life to feed my family, and then you bang on me like that. Nigga, you.
I don't even know how you could justify something like this. I mean, we've seen Adin Ross time and time again put people's lives in danger when he was hosting or holding or whatever he was doing with that prank where he had the kids drive the car into the river and the cops were called.
Wait, he did a thing?
Get out! Get out! Get out!
He's already out. He's already out.
Oh, bro.
Oh my God.
Hey, grab the car.
Taking down, bro.
Y'all go pick up your fucking car.
Now, don't get me wrong. Adin Ross isn't the only one encouraging insane or extreme things to go on a live stream that could potentially hurt people. I know you've seen content being made around that whole Lieutenant Dan guy who has a boat down at the island coast or whatever the case may be.
All right, it's 9 o'clock. We got 3 hours until high tide, and we're checking in on Lieutenant Dan. There he is. There's our guy. Yep, look at him. Yay!
The way that they're treating the whole situation is totally weird in and of itself. And I'm tired of the comments or the other people that are gonna say, well, the audience members need to have better discernment. If you do stuff like this, you're dumb, etc., etc. That is an excuse. Why are we?
No, but it is true. It may be an excuse, but it is true. Like, y'all niggas is dumb if you think an influencer is gonna pay you to do something like that. You need to weigh your life versus what the influencer is telling you to do. And like, a lot of niggas is just dumb as fuck, because they'll be like, well, my life don't mean shit, so I will take that chance to get that money. And that's dumb as fuck. Personally, like I said before, my life can't be measured in money. You know what I'm saying? Like, the legacy that I'm building right now, the legacy, the future that I see for myself, bruh. Even when I didn't see, even back in the day when I was going through depression and I didn't see a future for myself, I still knew that my life had so much value to it that nobody can buy it. Nobody could. I wouldn't do anything for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, but a lot of these niggas is just dumb as fuck. They'll be like, oh shit, 70K? Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. Like, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? Don't you value your life? The man's in the hurricane video said that he was risking his life for his family and risking his life to pay to feed his family and children. When, by the way, right before he said that, he said, send all the money to my mom's. But he said he was risking his life to pay for his family and children. If you actually valued your life for your family and children, you wouldn't be out there in a fucking hurricane for 70K. You'd be trying to figure out how to get money for your children some other way, while making sure that you would live in order to make sure you take care of them. That nigga's just dumb as fuck. The fuck, man?
Condoning this behavior from the content creators. I don't care what anybody says. These people have a level of responsibility and accountability that needs to be had for the content that they put out. If Jack can get banned for the stuff that he's done on the platform, and by that I mean explicitly causing somebody to be put in harm's way, then I don't see why Adin Ross shouldn't be facing some of the same exact things.
It's dropped.
That's because he's like Kick's baby in a way. Kick's poster child, if you will. That's probably why. Like, I said it before in another video, and I will say it again. When Adin Ross joined Kick, and he said, and he told others, he was trying to get other streamers to join, he was like, there is no TOS, you can say or do anything. He even streamed the Super Bowl. So that set a precedent to other streamers, even the ones that he wasn't talking to. It set a precedent for other streamers to think, oh, anything goes on Kick. Let me be as much of a degenerate as I can on Kick. And then we ended up with the type of Kick streamers that were talking on Omeezy to underage women and getting them to flash the camera. And then, you know what I'm saying? And we got all these degenerates that flooded Kick. And I would like to believe it's part and due, not all, maybe not all of it, but part and due, thanks to Adin Ross saying there's no TOS on Kick. You can do or say anything on Kick. And then Kick became the streaming platform for degenerates. If you're on Kick streaming and you're not doing some degenerate type shit, then you're probably not gonna get many views. You're not gonna get many people like trying to subscribe to you and watch your content.
It has dropped 50 millibars in 10 hours. I apologize. This is just horrific.
Now, most people already know this, but Adin Ross blew up around 2020 when we were quarantined in and we had to watch every streamer do everything. It was interesting because he seemingly found a way to boost himself from the 2K days into his new streaming arc. Rappers made it a point to stop by and be on his platform in order to promote whatever the hell they had going on.
And then rappers made it a point to stop by and try to finesse Adin out of his money. You remember that shit with not Kodak Black. Fuck. I forgot who it was, but the guy that came in, starts with a P, I think. I don't know, but the guy that came in, bobbed his head for a few, took Adin's money that he paid, that Adin was gonna give him for stopping by, and said, "Hey, new music coming out 2024. New music coming out 2024." Still ain't dropped no new music, and then dipped out. He was there for like 10 minutes max, and you know what I'm saying? They made it a point to finesse Adin Ross because the rap game doesn't. They don't respect Adin.
Or seemingly chill. And this got him so popular that even after situations didn't work so well with Twitch, Kit came, swooped him up, and gave him a $150 million deal, and he's been the biggest thing on the platform ever since. Now, we knew Adin Ross has some pretty destructive tendencies. I mean, if you could just look at the way that he streams, we all know this. From smelling people's seats to saying sus stuff in front of people. Hell, I think his most clippable moments are him doing sus things. It's like a 2-hour compilation on YouTube of him just being a sus bot. And when you accompany that with the fact that people that were coming on his platform were seemingly finessing him, it's pretty safe to say that Adin Ross is a destructive guy. Self-destructive, that is. Now, with those self-destructive tendencies, naturally substance abuse would come along the way, so he developed an addiction to lean, of all things. I don't even know how that got into the picture, but it did.
Doesn't Lil Wayne do lean? Or did lean?
He was having a gambling addiction. He also had some of the worst people around him, whether it be in his group content creation space or when he had people literally come on and finesse him like Playboy Carti did a couple of times on his streams. Or
yeah, that was the name, Playboy Carti. Playboy Carti was the one that came in, just stood there for a little bit, took the money and dipped out. And then there's also this other stream where this guy, I forgot his name too. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, I'm listening to just like 3 main rappers: Lupe Fiasco, Eminem, Mac Miller. Sometimes I listen to Joyner Lucas, and of course, the 2 of the big 3, Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. But I forgot what this guy's name is, but he tried to scam scam. He tried to play him dirty during like some gambling. With some, he had some scratched cards, and he's trying to finesse him.
21 Savage.
21 Savage, that's his name.
Into him basically destroying his life. It was kind of interesting, but one person called it out of everybody to say that Adin Ross would be seeing his downfall very, very soon because of these self-destructive things, and that's the top G itself, Mr. Andrew Tate.
Like Adin, but he's a perfect example. He is a perfect example of why you can't get people money early.
Really?
Well, look at him. He's a kid. He doesn't do any real work. He sits on streaming websites, fucking gambling, a dumbass. He keeps going on and off drugs and just being an idiot, falling in love with whores, breaking up and going on and off drugs, getting fat, putting on loads of weight. Like, the guy's, he's too young to get rich. You can't give a kid a $50 million streaming contract.
You see, stuff like this can happen when you get all the money and fame and you're young and you're doing things to one-up each other in this one-up culture, like I've been calling out on this platform for a long time. And it's kind of ironic because Adin Ross called out these exact same actions for Bruce drop him off and said he was addicted to opioids and said that he might even need some prayer as he was going through his life crisis.
I've been there. I know what it's like to be hooked on opioids, and it's really, really sad when you have nobody to talk to and shit. I just think he needs to get help. His life's falling apart. He doesn't have his girl anymore. And he's in a hard time. He doesn't really have anyone to turn to. So you guys are laughing, but I'm really not. I'm keeping it a buck. And then just a lot of stuff, like he burnt bridges, bro. He burnt bridges with Kick. Eddie was really hurt, bro. I just pray he gets help.
Now, after all the advice of Adin Ross's friends on the internet, like Kais and that,
The gambling. He was in Miami, bro. Miami, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Just have fun on stream, bro. It ain't about Adin alone. The shit to fuel this is his chat. I'm gonna tell you what you gotta hear, Adin. And they might not want it. They might not want it, bro. They might not want it. I'm gonna tell you what they have to hear. Delete the community, make a new community.
Adin decided to go completely radio silent. I mean, 100% off the airs. He was gone for streaming for a very, very long time. And people were calling
that could have been one of the best times of his, current life, because like he could have started working on himself and working on all of his flaws that at least the ones that he could identify. Because if you have enough time in solitude, but Adin wasn't, let's be real, Adin wasn't in solitude. He was just not streaming. Apparently he was still hanging out around people. But personally speaking, if you have enough time in solitude, you're able to identify your flaws. You're able to figure out what it is that you need to work on in order to become a better version of yourself. You're able to start down a new path because you don't have all this chatter about other people and what their thoughts are and about what they think you should be doing, or what they think everybody should be doing, or what they think they themselves should be doing. You have none of that chatter, none of that extra noise, and you can just focus on yourself, look inward, figure out what's wrong with you, not what's wrong with you, or what's wrong with you, and figure out how to get to where it is you want to be. And then you can start working from there. If Adin had done that during his time off streaming, that would have been good. But personally, for me, it was like 2 years. So Adin obviously wasn't in, offline for 2 years like that. But it is worth doing, in my opinion.
Following him back, he was seemingly getting healthier. We seen pictures of him at the Michael Rubin party. We saw some subliminal things here and there, just little pictures and snippets and glimpses into his life, and he was looking pretty healthy. But the world needed Adin Ross back. Now, after that tumultuous middle part of the year, Adin Ross
needed or wanted. There's a difference between need and want. You say they needed Adin Ross back. I'm pretty sure it's just they wanted.
Has declared that he is coming back in full force. He's decided that he's going to move to Toronto to get out of the Miami scene in order to be more self-fulfilling, I guess. What was the word that he exactly used? I'll keep you guys updated. That's all y'all want, and I appreciate that people want updates still after the bullshit. I'm moving to Toronto, going to be a self-fulfilling and community fulfilling era. It will make me happy to stream again. Have faith. This last time, all I ask. Love. Now, a change of location is a perfectly fine idea. I think getting away from the town that maybe kind of props up all these nasty ideologies that gets you wrapped into these rabbit holes of self-destruction, getting away from that is like a pretty good idea. I don't know how he's gonna like Toronto's taxing system, because apparently they do like a double tax. It might get messy. He might still be based out of Miami business-wise, but that's neither here nor there.
Also, it'll probably keep him from getting swatted all the time, because we recently just heard about Kai Cenat getting swatted. Adin used to get swatted all the time, but personally, I've never heard about anybody in Toronto getting swatted like that. So that's probably helped with that too.
There. I am glad that Adin Ross is taking accountability and saying, I want to remove myself from everything like this and go to another place. Now, do I think it'll last? I don't know. Seeing all those clicks, views, likes, and dollar signs is a very addicting lifestyle. I don't know if I would just completely go away from those things, but maybe get a better wrangle on those things.
I don't know what your favorite moment of me streaming is, but I promise you the past couple months when I was streaming was not it. Low energy streams, and I needed a break. I needed a break because I needed to find myself and I needed to regain my passion for this shit. So we're on a mission to be better. It's so easy to basically just look at this shit for money, and that was the way I was looking at it right before I took that break, and that's just stupid, and it's just really ignorant, bro, and I don't really want to look at it like that. This shit is all about legacy, and it's all about putting on for your own community. That's it. That's all it's about, bro.
Now, so with that being said, let's pop in and see what Adin Ross is actually doing since he's moved to Toronto. Since he moved to the dot, he's been streaming across the GTA. Was that my Toronto accent? That was so terrible.
Stop.
Now, keep in mind, for reference, he is backed by Stake. He literally has a sponsorship, but that platform is banned in the US. But nevertheless, he is obligated to do a 1 hour stream, which means he has to go to other.
Also, no. Stake isn't. Oh wait, no. Stake itself is banned by is banned in the US. Never mind. He's right. I was thinking Stake Kick, but Stake promotes Kick or backs Kick. Sorry. And so when he said he's literally backed by Stake, I was like, my mind went to Kick, and I was like, wait, he's not. It's not. Kick isn't banned in the US. What's he talking? That's my fault. Yeah, Stake is banned in the US, apparently.
places in order to get these streams off. So that could be the reason why I moved to Toronto, but I'm gonna stay positive here.
No, I'm not, Convi. I'm not even joking, bro. I think I really got to get back to my old roots. I got to really cut off this fucking shitty ass circle I have and really lock in by myself dolo. No, bro, I'm being for real though, bro. Like I'm going back to Toronto, Adin. Like I'm going back to Toronto, Adin. I'm about to lock in, not taking anyone with me. I'm about to do my own shit, about to do my own thing, and that's it.
Wait, so what about Cheeser and Cuffham and shit?
I need to be me. I need to do Adin right now. I need to be able to like fall in love with this streaming shit again, Convi. I don't fuck with this shit right now, bro. Why am I smoking weed, Convi? Why the fuck is Adin Ross smoking weed every day? I'm quitting weed. I'm locking in for the 2K grind.
Hey. First off, ain't nothing wrong with weed. Secondly, weed may not be for everybody depending on how your mental stability and all that shit is going on like that. But weed is just a plant. It grows like that. And if you so happen to set it on fire, there are some side effects. But that being said, it may not be for everybody because, you know, depending, like I said before, depending on your mental state and all that, blah, 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 blah.
I'm gonna go back to falling in love with streaming this.
So Adin Ross said that he would ditch his old guys, this lazy circle, and stream with some new guys that are really about that content scene. So I'm assuming you would pick up some of the biggest names in the Toronto area. Jay and Trey Edwards, or maybe even Agent will fly back and forth. He's been up there with K Showtime. Hell, maybe even partner up with Kai Cenat and do some crazy big things. No, he teamed up with Fousey and Sneeko. And just like in normal Fousey fashion, he is not all the way wrapped tight up here.
A crazy transition from two rabbis to Fousey. Yeah.
We could move this desk out the way.
Found it! Oh my god.
Yeah. There's no fucking cap in my rap. That's why I don't wear hats anymore.
No, Jay, you want me to...
you see Aiden's face the entire look at Aiden's face.
We could move this desk out the way.
Found it! Oh my god.
Yeah. There's no fucking cap in my rap. That's why I don't wear hats.
See, right now Aiden is thinking it's too late to get. You can't. You have to wait for Fousey to want to leave, to decide to leave. You can't tell him to get the fuck out because that's gonna cause a scene. You have to wait for Fousey to want to leave or to decide himself to leave the place. And Aiden is just now realizing that. He's like, oh fuck, I made a mistake.
Hats anymore.
No, Jay, you want me to expose it what they were talking about?
Yeah, expose it.
You actually can.
There's nothing to leak.
So basically,
Don't be weird and actually like tell them because now they.
Adin and Sneeko didn't want to hang out with Fousey. That's basically what happened. And so they tried to make their own plan.
Okay.
And I was the one to be like, nah, bro, y'all gotta chill. Like, come on, that shit.
Look, we haven't covered Fousey too much on this channel, but I think a lot of people in this community can see what he does. He is a parasite. He is literally infectious. And I don't know why Adin Ross went away from the guys that he was with in his old collective to these new people. Now, don't get me wrong. His old collective was straight trash.
I love you, bro, and I don't want you to look at me differently, bro. I was on stage with Chief Keef, one of the greatest trap artists of all time, and he literally, I said, "Are you sure?" And I just didn't know how to react in the moment. I'm sorry, bro. I got peer pressure. It was my birthday.
Listen, I speak for all niggas around the world.
Okay.
It's not something that becomes accessible because it's your birthday. I think that you shouldn't have said it.
I shouldn't have. Okay.
I think you shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, facts.
Like, you know you was dead at wrong.
What? Fuck you looking at, nigga?
He's not black,
Right.
but he's a Cuban. Are you offended by that?
Now I do.
But at least those were his
Now
boys,
I do.
people that he had come up with, and that he could say, hey, we grinded together, even if you guys are lazy, I'm still sticking with my boys. But to have somebody like Fousey on your platform, who you're supposed to be hanging out with, that does stupid stuff like this?
I take away from a nigga.
Dude,
Fucking
this
with
is borderline
you, nigga.
What's he doing?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be associated with that type of person.
What was he
But
doing?
there's not just bad things in Toronto. We know that Adin Ross is a huge Drake stan. Like, he's a real deal fanboy. We've seen that in the past. So with that being said, this would be the opportunity to prove your ultimate Drake fandom by doing something that even the biggest OVO guys couldn't do when they chased down Joe Budden a couple years ago and threw rocks at him. This is the time for you to be OVO Adin.
Yo, listen, man. I just want two people right now, man. I'm not, it's not a threat. I'm just looking for Metro Boomin and Kendrick Lamar. I'm doing my homework right now. I'm doing my task on them right now. Nothing incriminating. I'm just looking for them.
If you ran to Metro Boomin or Kendrick, what would that?
Metro Boomin 101. I don't want no weapons, nothing. I'm knocking the fuck out.
We're putting a bag on that fight. Stuff.
Kendrick
Lamar sleeping in first round.
You passed the border, man. Chubb's calling me. You passed the border, man. You pass the border, man.
Now, if you don't know who that is Toronto.
I am calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit.
Rapper top 5, somebody who is notorious in the streets, and I don't want no smoke with him. I've heard a lot of bad things about him, but what I do know is he was on trial for ending somebody's life, and Drake paid his lawyer fees. So naturally, Adin Ross has him on stream to do those types of things, and taking it too far, Adin Ross continued to go on after the people from Compton or LA or wherever decided to ban Adin Ross from LA.
Banned from LA, bro. I wish somebody would. I swear to God, I'm gonna go to LA. Nobody's gonna do shit to me. I promise you, bro.
I dare you.
Like, you think I'm scared of LA? What? I lived in LA for years and years.
Yo, even Sneeko's dumbass hopped off the camera after Adin started talking that shit. Look, watch.
To ban Adin Ross from LA.
Banned from LA, bro. I wish somebody would. I swear to God, I'm gonna go to LA. Nobody's gonna do shit to me. I promise you, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like, you think I'm scared of LA? What? I lived in LA for years and years and years. I'm not banned from LA. Fuck that old ass motherfucker on that podcast, bro. I'll smack the shit out of you. Well, not me, but I'm gonna have security smack the fuck out of you.
See, the thing that's funny about the internet is that people think that everything is for the internet. People think that it's a joke. People think that it's a scam. But these are real life people having real life conversations that can lead to real life problems. And what's selfish about it is Adin Ross is involved with so many other innocent people that are just there to record, that are just there to get waters, that are just there to honestly feed their families and other things like that. They do not want to have to deal with the consequences that you bring upon them because you want to be some sort of funny internet guy. And I think it's a little bit disheartening and misleading to a lot of these people because you claim that you were going to turn over a new leaf. So why would you even go down this pathway if you knew that this could lead to destruction like before, and then have you ultimately turning around apologizing because you realize the severity of the situation?
You know, in the moment, obviously, I was talking crazy and shit. I do want to say one thing. LA is to not be fucked with. LA is a serious place, and I...
Oh my God, bro. Anything for views. People will do anything for views. In the moment, it would have got the chat hyped, and it would got people buzzing and talking shit and all that. And then he turns around and apologizes. Of course he does, because the moment has passed. You know, the people have talked. He's gotten the views. He's gotten the interactions. You know, he got the attention that he was seeking. Turn around and apologize. If you're gonna say some shit, then at least stand on business.
I love LA. Seriously, I love LA. Now, I'm not folding. I still say fuck you to the people that were coming at me.
You're folding. You're folding.
But I'm not saying fuck you to all of LA.
It's the biggest revelation in the world that Adin Ross found out that there were people who didn't exist on the internet that were dangerous. There were people that actually would take the things that he said on the internet and make them into real life and harm them. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that I agree with their actions or anything like that, but you gotta be careful because this is much bigger than you. We've seen rappers go to LA in the recent years and get their lives ended over small things like a Chain and PNB Rock situation, or Nipsey Hussle situation was just pure hatred, and maybe somebody that had a mental issue. It doesn't really matter. But what matters,
R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle,
is that these situations have real life consequences. Keep the internet stuff on the internet. Now, with keeping things on the internet that belong on the internet, he turned his eyes off of Kendrick Lamar, off of Drake, off of real life people that have been on trial, and turned his sights towards somebody that we never thought he would turn his sights on, and that is the top G.
He's a kid. He doesn't do any real work. He sits on streaming websites and gambling a dumbass. He keeps going on and off drugs. Like, the guy's, he's too young to get rich. You can't give a kid...
This fucking predator. I can't, bro. I don't care. You're a rapist. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm siding with Sneeko, bro. I don't care.
Yeah, I never thought I would see the day where idols become rivals.
Bars. But do you guys remember Adin Ross's whole top G era, where he even shaved his head? He promised his chat that he was gonna start going to the gym. He like made plans to go to the gym like twice a day, which obviously he didn't follow through with, which seems to be a pattern of Adin Ross's. Makes plans to better himself, doesn't follow through.
The new generation are lost, bro. They're a mess. And
Finished.
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah.
And most streamers are just clowns, and they don't provide any kind of value.
Now, Tate did cook him up a little bit, but Tate is also somebody who is not necessarily the best person, who's a trafficker. So
They got your mans on sex assault charges.
hey, I'm not going to defend Tate here, but continuing on to that same cycle of hate and maliciousness, when Castanet got surpassed for the most Twitch subs of all time on the platform by Iron Mouse, Adin Ross, one of the OG streamers in the WL community, took to the internet to give his perspective because other people were congratulating Iron Mouse, so obviously Adin will be positive in there, right?
What? What the fuck is this? I'm not even trying to be on no hating shit, but what the fuck am I looking at? It's a dude? No shit.
It's
Guys,
not a dude.
anybody that's role playing as this is a fucking grown man. Or has a bitch working in some type of like basement. So let me ask you guys a question, bro.
Yeah.
Before I really talk my opinion on this, is there anything wrong? Like, I need to know, is there something like wrong with the person behind this shit? I'm not trying to be weird on God, but like, bro, you gotta give me the context.
I'm trying to figure out why Adin.
Yes, because the fact that he needed context first or a background check on her first is kind of fucked up. But Iron Mouse is, shout out to Iron Mouse. She doing her thing. She has an illness. Where even being around people could get her killed. Like, the germs being around people. Like, she had to live in a sanitized area, in a sanitized room. And she was bedridden. Like, Iron Mouse, shout out to her. She's doing her thing and she's getting better because the money that she's bringing in from streaming is allowing her to buy better medicine and better ways to improve her health. And so I hear that she's starting to get better. She's starting to, at least be able to move around the house a little bit, at least be able to walk a little bit. So shout out to Iron Mouse, man, because I know what it is like to deal with an illness myself, being that I have sickle cell anemia. That's just no joke. A lot of women will say that there's nothing worse than, giving birth. Having a sickle cell crisis is way worse than giving birth. And obviously I don't know what giving birth is like, but I do know what having a sickle cell crisis is like. I can guarantee you that pain can't be beat.
Adin Ross is going down this path again. I don't think that it's the same situation as in the past because he's not being
But again, shout out to Iron Mouse for doing her thing, and she came a long way. So, I'm proud of her.
sus person or whatever for right now, and he's not getting scammed by rappers and crossing paths with a bunch of communities that don't like him, or maybe he's just not doing 2 of the 3 things that he used to do in the past. But it seems like he's almost back to cultivating the same type of audience that he claimed he was running from in the first place. And if it's all for clicks and views and stuff like that, then I perfectly think that that's fine, because it's the internet. Nobody really even cares, right? But the problem is Adin Ross likes to stick his neck out there for the content without doing the proper research.
I don't know. You said it's the internet. Nobody really cares. You can't really say that when he literally just said that there are people that when it comes to like Kendrick Lamar's goons, there are people off the internet that will take what Adin Ross says seriously, and they will see it as disrespectful. So you can't really be like, it's the internet. Nobody really cares. There are people that do care, because there are even female streamers that get seen on the internet and then they get followed or they get hate threats after finding out that they do have a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? So it's the internet. People care.
Research. And I know that might seem a little bit hypocritical of me, but hear me out. See, Iron Mouse is a young woman now at this point, if I'm not mistaken, who planned on having a successful career, but got diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. And now Iron Mouse is bedridden. Yeah, I know it's a VTuber, but there's a person behind the VTuber, so stay with me. It's a little bit disrespectful. A bit disrespectful to disrespect the accomplishments of somebody who is just trying to make a way to survive in life. And it's crazy that somebody from these situations and these backgrounds has turned lemons into lemonade in life and become the most sub Twitch streamer in the world. And I'm sure Adin Ross didn't know that, but that's the problem. Adin Ross likes to stick his neck out there all the time without knowing things. And this will make people believe that we are back into the same old Adin Ross that people thought was gone because it was so toxic and he was so tired and etc, etc. But no, it seems like we are right back here to the point where he is making fun of people with an autoimmune disease. Adin, big guy, please get it together. I don't know, maybe the ending of the Kick contract will have him doing something different when he comes back to Twitch. Damn it.
Rip. Out of Halloween. What the? This? Oh, it was on my watch later. So that video was less of Adin Ross doesn't care about his audience and more of Adin Ross doesn't care to change, or Adin Ross never changes, in my opinion. I think that's what I'll title this if I remember correctly. If I remember to do that. But yeah, Adin, he has a long way to go if he wants to actually if he does actually want to build a legacy like he mentioned him doing before. Do I think he can, do I think he'll ever do it? If he's willing to make, if he's willing to change. But as we see, you know, he'll make statements that he will make changes, but he never changes. So I don't know if he'll ever actually change. But that being said, check out Ohmeezy. Link to his channel and link to this video will both be in the description below. So be sure to check him out. And while you're there, don't forget to do those 3 things I like to ask you to do. And like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Yeah. And you know what it is after that, in case I don't see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace. Much love to you.